Pippi likes eating blackberries. Feed one to the dog.
Pippi, you can't have them, you won't like them. Yeah, I will. Just out in the local field today, gonna make some blackberry jam. So we come to pick the blackberries. Choose the best ones, just pick the ones that literally fall off, but not the squidgy ones. Just the ones that come off really easily. That's all the ones you need. Chuck them in a pot. See you back in the kitchen. Let's go, let's run, we've got enough.
Come on, Pip.
Starting to rain. Come on, Pip, let's go. Right, I've just added some salt water into our blackberries now. Giving it a stir around. Just filled it up with cold water. Add probably a couple of tablespoons of salt. This just kills off any bacteria that's in there. Just leave it for an hour or so, a couple of hours at the most. And then what we do once that's done, we'll just rinse them all off in cold water. Now we empty all the salt water out and give our blackberries a good rinse. Get all the salt off of it. Pop down. Pour the rest in. Hopefully that'll be all the bugs gone. And we have a lovely pot of blackberries ready. Let's put this pot back on there. The pot that comes with it's not going to hold that much. So we just zero our pot in. Zero the pot in. Now pour our blackberries in. And get 1.8 kilograms. It should make 8 jars. So that is actually what we picked is pretty much dead on right. So pick the perfect amount without knowing. Yeah. Put the blackberries back into your pan now. You ready to rock and roll? Then we take out lemon juice, 3 tablespoons. And then we add 85 millilitres of water. 85 millilitres of water in. Now we put it on to simmer. We've just put in 2 bags of sugar, or just under 2 bags of sugar, 1.8 kilograms of sugar, the same weight as the blackberries. Tip them in now, and now just stirring the sugar in, bringing it up to a boil, stirring constantly. We're just going to sterilise the jars, put the oven on to 140 degrees. Right, we've bought these argan tableware, 350ml storage jars. Open this up. 2 hands. Obviously you don't want to put these rubber seals. If you have these rubber seals, you don't want those to go in the oven. What we'll do is just put them in boiling water for 10 minutes. That will sterilise those. Just wash these out, warm soapy water, and then put them in the oven to sterilise them for 10 minutes, 140 degrees centigrade. Here we've taken our rubber seals of our jars and just poured them in some boiling water. We'll leave them in there for 10 minutes. Put our jars onto a tray, into the oven they go. Leave them in there for 10 minutes. We now got the jam definitely boiling now. Just going to turn it down a bit. Looks like it's going to froth over. I'm going to get a plate and do the wrinkle test, I think they call it. You're going to put it on a cold plate, leave it for a couple of minutes, and we'll see if the jam still runs or whether it wrinkles up. If it wrinkles up, it means we're ready to go. Test the jam, put it on a cold plate, let it cool down, and see if it passes the wrinkle test. It should wrinkle up when you push it with your finger and not go running. Not really sure what the wrinkle test should look like, but to me that does wrinkle when you push it. This is the froth or the scum or the skin, what do they call it, which doesn't usually stir in. Although there's not much on here. What some people do is they will skim it off like that and chuck it away. But some tip I've seen says to put in another butter. And it's meant to get rid of it. So just tip that in. And stir it around. Gonna stir the butter around. Hopefully get rid of most of that froth. Although we haven't really got much froth anyway. There we go, it's not too bad, we're not really left with any froth left on there. Yeah, it's pretty much got rid of most of it, if not all of it. Now we're ready to start spooning them into the jars. These jars got nice wide openings, so you're not really going to spill much. Can't find our ladle. A ladle would fill these up much better than using this spoon. Pretty much fill it up most of the way. And there is our first jar of Blackberry Jam. And there we have our 6 jars of homemade Blackberry Jam. Only trouble is we have to leave them in a dark cupboard now for 24 hours before we can try them. But we'll show you them again tomorrow when we've got them on our morning toast. It's morning time. Let's make our toast. Carefully get a knife, lever up, let air out, there we go. It's not quite been 24 hours yet, maybe needs a little bit more time. First homemade Blackberry Jam on toast. Second round of jam. That tastes good. I hope yours tastes as good too. I've got a mouthful of bread and jam.